Good morning. You're listening to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Benjamin Bachman, who's the CEO for Gerflor USA. Benjamin, how you doing?
Great. Thank you, Kemp.
We were just together in Denver at the Starnet fall meeting. I thought it'd be good to interview you because you're, I think, Starnet's newest vendor partner. Well, we get to that in just a minute. First, let's talk a little bit about Gerflor. Tell me a little bit about the company.
Gerflor is the third largest resilient flooring manufacturer in the world. We are a French-based company. We are one of the rare true manufacturers because we manufacture almost 100% of what we sell, so that sure, to have the total quality control on our product. We are multi-segment specialists, so we offer a modern flooring solution for many specific applications, such as healthcare, which is probably our number one segment worldwide, education, sports, and transportation. We use our extensive global experience to apply our core strengths to the U.S. market. So we are U.S. headquartered in Chicago. Today, inventory over 3 million square feet of product. All our product lines have been developed specifically for the U.S. market. Since I've been appointed a year ago, we have already created 3 product lines for the U.S. market. Last not least, but we have always been 100% committed to sustainability. Our products are developed in Europe, where there is a very high awareness and top standard for sustainability. So it makes, Gerflor pretty shape and ready for the U.S. market.
How many years has Gerflor been in the U.S.?
Almost, I would say, forever. We have registered as a trademark Taraflex, our sport brand, in the early 70s. The Mipolam has been introduced on the early 80s. We are supplying, Boeing industry for the aircraft business for 20 years. We are also, with the sport line Taraflex, we were the supplier of the Olympic Games in Atlanta in 1996.
A minute ago, you threw out a capacity, I think, 3 million square feet. Is that just here in the U.S., or is that company-wide?
No, it's just in the U.S. Company-wise, we are much, much bigger. We are operating a huge facility in Europe to serve all the European markets. We are a market leader there. But that's exclusively for the U.S. market, nothing else.
And you're headquartered in France. What part of France is that?
South of France, a very nice region. Actually, we are next to the mountains and not that far away from the French Riviera. So that's a pretty nice location. We have 2 factories, very large facility there. And we operate also in Germany because Mipolam is originally from Germany, and actually is still the same place, the same location in Germany where we do produce today and manufacture our state-of-the-art homogeneous floor.
Okay, that was another question I was going to ask you about where your factories were. So you've got factories in Germany and you've got factories in France. Where else do you have factories?
We do have factory also in China for quite a while now, since 2007, where we are a market leader in that country for high commercial flooring, specifically for the healthcare segments. So we don't re-export. I would say 90% of the production remain in the Chinese market for the Chinese customers, and we re-export just a bit, surrounding China for the Southeast Asia, for instance.
So most of the products that we consume in this country, are they coming from Europe?
100%. France and Germany. 100% is coming from Europe.
People listen to this, they detect a little bit of an accent, and you're actually from France originally, right?
Yeah, thank you to recognize, my French accent. I didn't catch yet the Chicago one. I'm working on that.
A little bit about you, too. I think it's very interesting. You're a lifer with Gerflor. I think you started with the company when you were 18, and I think now you're 37 or so. So most of your career has been with this company.
I grew up in the company, but the company has grew up a lot as well since the early 90s. I started in 1995. I was a student, actually, in internship. Gerflor is doing that in Europe a lot, welcoming, young, talented students, in order to grow up in the company, but having the capacity to keep going on your studies and get your diploma. I held many positions in the company. For the last 10 years, I was not anymore in charge of the French business, but only for the export development. So in many, many countries, such as Russia, Middle East, Africa, and all Europe. And I've been appointed as a CEO for Gerflor USA a year ago.
Okay. And how many years have you been here in the United States?
Just 1 year with my family. My home is here now in Chicago.
So you are a new vendor partner with Starnet. I heard from many of the members that they were excited that you were there. I think you bring some products that they didn't have access to through a vendor partner. Tell me a little bit about what void you fill.
Very specific product for specific areas. We are focused on resilient flooring. Some of the latest products, for instance, which has been quickly adopted by the U.S. market and the Starnet members, is our surface treatment, our last generation of varnish called Evercare, which is for durability but also chemical resistance. The second one, which is one of our best sellers right now, is the Mipolam Symbiose, which is an homogeneous, but that's the only one 100% bio-based plasticizer, so a sustainable point of view, it's something which is very, very important, and that's why probably the U.S. market has really adopted this product very, very quickly.
Basically, you bring Starnet some very high-performance, resilient products that they weren't able to get from other vendor partners. What led up to Gerflor joining Starnet?
Starnet is the biggest commercial flooring contractor group, in the world. They have the highest level of installation expertise. Joining Starnet was the next logical step to growing in the U.S. It was very a natural fit between this amazing organization and Gerflor. The flooring contractor, we have a big tribute for this great professional because, it's one of the pillars of the building strategy here in the U.S. We need great installers, for our great product, because that's really the mix of both that make our product so unique, and ultimately it will become not only a product but a solution for the end user and the architect and designer. Our product means nothing if it is not installed properly. So with Starnet, we are not only confident of our product now, we are confident with the solution we provide to the end user.
Did the meeting meet up to your expectations?
It was great. We received a lot of positive feedback. We are really glad to join, and the members have a high level of professionalism. This is just the first step in our partnership. We are very excited and thrilled, for the future.
I know, as I mentioned earlier, that I think the feeling is mutual. They were glad to have you there. Again, thanks for spending time with us. Been talking to Benjamin Bachman, who's CEO of Gerflor USA, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.